march come in, to let the people on the march so they can hear the rally. So can people move about 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 yards to let the march come through? We've got the Camden MUT banner, I can see that. I'd like to see a few more Camden banners. This has been a tremendous march from Camden, and so our next speaker is one of the main organisers of this march, the Secretary of the Camden Trades Council, George Binette. Give him a big hand.
Good evening, sisters and brothers, and greetings on behalf of the Trades Council in Camden, but also Camden Unison, of which I'm branch secretary, and the Camden MUT, as well as members of the Holborn and St Pancras constituency Labour Party, who were central to organising the march, which is now pouring into Whitehall, 2,500, 3,000 strong. A locally organised demonstration which reflects both anxiety but also mounting anger at what the ConDem coalition is doing to our borough in particular and in London generally. In Camden, more than 1,000 council workers face the prospect of job loss over the next 3 to 4 years. Already, our borough has lost some £170 million in funding for the refurbishment and rebuilding of schools. And thousands, literally thousands of people face the awful prospect of eviction from London or street homelessness as a result of the imposition of the cuts in housing benefit and the slashing of the social housing budget at the very same time. And now we see the attacks on students, and there are thousands of students who study and live in our borough. And they swelled our ranks this afternoon and this evening and injected a spirit of youthful militancy which has raised my spirits, and I think the spirits of many other trade unionists who were on the march, and in some cases on our double-decker battle bus from 10 o'clock this morning, striking the resident chord with other workers and local residents in the council houses, in the hospitals, on the college campuses. We now face the obscenity of the Eton-educated Bullingdon Club frequenter David Cameron, who lives across the road, inflicting on us cuts not seen since the 1920s. And yet we live in the 5th richest country in the world. A country where 1,000 households control £350 billion of wealth. More than twice the deficit. So if you simply took 50% of that wealth, you would more than wipe out that deficit. But increasingly, many hundreds of thousands and indeed millions of people are coming to recognize that what this government is about is not simply cutting the deficit and balancing its books on our backs. It is about dismantling the welfare state and actually completing the horrid legacy of that woman who's in a Bupa hospital, the Royal Cromwell, Margaret Thatcher. But tonight shows that even with very little support from the official Labour movement, the fight back has started. The resistance has begun. We can, and we must win. We shall rage against the dying of the light under the ConDem coalition. ConDem cuts, no way. Make the rich and the bankers pay. Thank you very much, and well done to the organisers of tonight's rally, and let's carry on the fight from here to victory.
Thanks very much, George, for that very inspiring speech.